everyone, my name is Rachel and I'm the designer at Beauelle. Thank you so much for buying one of the DIY rainbow kits, and if you received it as a gift, I really hope you're going to enjoy this. In today's tutorial we are going to make one of these. They come in 5 different colours. This one here is the classic rainbow colour. You're going to receive a kit through the door which will look like this. It has everything you need to make one of the rainbows in this envelope. You will also receive one of these, which is the tutorial sheet. It will give you a list of materials provided, a list of what you will need from the home, and 2 of the rainbow stencils. First thing you're going to do is cut out one of the rainbow stencils like this. I'm now going to show you everything else that's in your kit. In your rainbow kit, you will receive 7 balls of clay, which have all been individually wrapped, greaseproof paper for baking your rainbow on, a straw to cut a hole in the top of your rainbow, a length of ribbon to hang your decoration from, and 4 cotton fringes with sticky backs. Now let's get started. First of all, you're going to start with the inside colour of the rainbow. When you receive the clay, if you feel like the clay is a little hard, use the heat from your hands to roll it in between, and this will soon soften the clay. As you can see, I'm rolling the clay out in between my hands, going from the centre outwards. This is definitely the best technique for making sure your clay is the same thickness throughout. When your colour has been rolled out, pick it up and place it onto the template. Use your fingers to manipulate it into the space, and if it's not long enough you can take it off and roll it a little longer. Now on to the second colour. As you can see, this clay is a little harder than the first colour, so I'm working it a little bit more in between the heat of my hands. I am now making sure that there are no seams in the ball before I roll it into the sausage. A little tip here would be to reference back to the photo on the website to make sure you know which colour comes next. Adding the next colour onto the template is really easy. You're just going to very carefully line them up and give them a very gentle squeeze together to make sure they don't part. Depending on the heat of the clay, you may get a little bit of colouring that comes off in your hands. If this happens, just wash your hands with soap and warm water in between each colour. As you can see, the blue colour that I've rolled just now is not long enough for the template. All you have to do is take it back off and gently roll it a little bit longer before putting it back on. If you pick up any dust or hairs within the clay, which can be very easily done, don't worry. What to do is when you put it onto the template, make sure that the dust or the hairs is facing the back of the rainbow. Those of you that are not making the rainbow in the classic or the pastel colours will be given a little bit more information on the tutorial sheet. You will have numbers on your clay, and this will be corresponding with the numbers on the bottom of the rainbow template. Hello, I'm back. We're now on to the last colour of the rainbow. I'm just making sure that it's nice and flat and all of the colours are joined together. We are now ready to roll the clay. This can be done by a glass tumbler or a rolling pin. To stop the clay from sticking, please put the greaseproof paper on top of the rainbow. I have forgotten to do this step. You're putting a very small amount of pressure onto the clay. This is really just to combine all the colours together and flatten it very slightly. This next section needs to be done by an adult. You're now going to cut the excess clay at the bottom of the rainbow. Please use the line on the template as a guide where to cut. You're now going to take the straw and cut a hole in the top of the rainbow. I suggest cutting the hole in between the top two colours of the rainbow. After you've finished making your rainbow, you're going to put it on top of a piece of greaseproof paper, put that on top of a baking tray and place in the oven. You're going to set your oven on the fan setting at 120 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. There is no need to preheat your oven before baking the clay. After the clay comes out of the oven, take it off of the greaseproof paper and put it under something heavy like a cookery book for around 5 minutes for it to cool. Now on to the fringes. As you'll see, your kit has 4 sets of fringes. I have put these onto sticky backs. If you can carefully remove the back of the sticky back, turn your clay rainbow around and stick the first one onto the edge. Repeat this process 4 times until all of your fringes are attached. It's now time to brush the fringes. I'm doing this by using a comb. If you don't have a comb, you can easily just untwist each of the strands. This will take a little bit longer, but the result will be the same. If you are using a comb, you want to make sure that the fringe doesn't come away from the sticky part and the rainbow. The best way to do this is by putting pressure on the sticky part and the rainbow when you're brushing away from the rainbow. Once all of your sections are brushed through, you'll be able to run your comb through it without getting tangled. You may also need to give the fringes a little bit of a haircut to make sure that they're all the same length. And last but not least is to tie your ribbon. I just tie it in a simple knot at the top. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I'm really excited to see all your colourful rainbows. If you'd like to share any photos, I've left some details below. Thank you, bye! If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. All you have to do is click on the red subscribe button below.